The text came during my birthday dinner. House sold. Money gone. Find somewhere else to live. She thought she'd won. She had no idea I'd been planning her destruction for months. The notification lit up my phone screen during my own birthday celebration. My friends were singing, candles flickering, but all I could see were those cruel words. House sold. Money's gone. Find somewhere else to live. Sandra. My stepmother had finally shown her true colors. 3 years ago, my father died in a car accident, leaving me his house and a substantial inheritance. Sandra, who'd married him just 2 years before his death, had been playing the grieving widow perfectly. She cooked my favorite meals, helped me through college applications, and called me her daughter in public. I actually believed she cared. The deception started subtly. Important documents began disappearing from Dad's old desk. Sandra would mention legal complications with the estate, suggesting everything needed to go through probate longer than expected. She convinced me to let her handle the paperwork since I was too young to understand such complex matters. Like a fool, I trusted her. But Sandra made one critical mistake. She got greedy too fast. When I came home early from classes last month, I found her and some man in expensive suits going through Dad's files. They scattered like cockroaches when they saw me. That's when I realized my loving stepmother was systematically stealing everything my father left me. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I became the perfect stepdaughter. I smiled, helped with dinner, and asked about her day while secretly documenting everything. I photographed documents, recorded conversations, and traced every financial transaction she'd made using my inheritance. My real father had taught me something valuable before he died. Emma, never let anyone see you coming until it's too late to stop you. Sandra was about to learn that lesson the hard way. I hired a private investigator with money from my part-time job. Within weeks, we uncovered Sandra's entire scheme. She'd forged my signature on multiple documents, created fake legal papers, and had been slowly transferring my inheritance into accounts she controlled. The house sale was supposed to be her final move. But I was 3 steps ahead. While she was texting me that birthday message, thinking she'd won, my lawyer was already filing fraud charges. The house sale was immediately frozen, and Sandra's assets were seized pending investigation. The next morning, police arrived at what Sandra thought was now her house. I watched from across the street as they led her away in handcuffs. The look of pure shock on her face when she saw me standing there was worth every sleepless night I'd spent planning her downfall. The investigation revealed Sandra had pulled this exact scam on 2 other families before targeting my father. She was a professional con artist who specialized in marrying widowed men and stealing from their children. My father had been her biggest score yet. At her trial, I sat in the front row. Sandra kept glancing at me, probably wondering how her naive little stepdaughter had orchestrated her complete destruction. When the judge sentenced her to 8 years in prison and ordered full restitution, I didn't feel satisfaction. Felt justice. I got everything back, the house, the money, plus damages. But more importantly, I got something Sandra could never steal. The knowledge that I was stronger than she ever imagined. My father would have been proud. 6 months later, I received a letter from prison. Sandra wanted to apologize, claiming she really did love me like a daughter. I threw it away without reading past the first line. Some bridges once burned should stay ashes. Now I live in my father's house, the one Sandra thought she'd stolen forever. Every morning, I sit in his favorite chair and remember his words about never letting anyone see you coming. Sandra learned too late that underestimating someone can cost you everything. The woman who tried to rob me blind is now making license plates for 20 cents an hour. Meanwhile, I'm using my inheritance exactly as Dad intended, building a future she'll never be able to touch. Sometimes the best revenge is simply living well while your enemies rot in the consequences of their own greed.